Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Craig Fellman. I'd like to welcome you to the Steren webinar. Our usual MC, Evan Kinsella, had other obligations, so I'm going to be the MC today. In attendance at our meeting is David Sterenberg, CEO, Javier Garcia, President, Alex Cohen, VP of Operations. Speaking during today's webinar will be myself, Gary Mahan, and our newly hired Jeremy Smith. The topics we're going to cover today are our dealer care portal. We're going to give you an overview of that and a demonstration. We're excited about it. We think it's going to be a great tool for you guys. We're also going to update you on the GoPhone program. As I mentioned, we're excited to welcome Jeremy Smith on board. We will also discuss the IDSoft 5.07 version update. I'm going to talk about our improving in-stock positions. I'm also going to touch on, take a little deeper dive into some of our key third-party products that we're promoting. I will also discuss Steren product updates. And of course, we will share with you this week's Steren branded deal of the week, our third-party branded deal of the week, and our flash deal. And at the end, we will ask you to take action on these hot deals that we're going to offer you. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it and turn it over to Gary to discuss our dealer care portal.
Thank you, Craig. Take it away, Gary. Okay, thank you, Craig. We are excited today. We are going to do kind of an overview training session right now. We've got a date. We are going live with our dealer portal, which is going to be a great advantage for us because right now we're only in communication on the Steren Facebook page. And while that's a great tool, this takes it to a new level and allows, because not everybody had an account on the Steren Facebook page. This way, all dealers can communicate with us at any time on a 24/7 basis starting on June 23. So we're going to switch over here to the web browser, and we're actually going to show you this live so that this is a real web page right now. This is being hosted, and is exactly what you're going to see. So there's a login, and the login will be mailed out to every store June 23, and you can change your login or your password after you log in. It gives you that opportunity to do that. But we're sending out the initial login name and password. It'll be in an email to each and every store no later than the 23rd. So we're looking forward to that. The other issue is that we've got two systems here in one. Over here where you see the mouse is a question mark, and it always appears on the portal, and you don't even have to log in to the portal to be able to transmit a question to Steren. And it's very simple to use this. All you got to do is put in your name, your email address, and I'm happy to announce that I have a Steren email now. So it's gmahan@steren.com, and the subject area today is we're going to ask a question. And then we can select what department we would like that response to go to. If you don't know where it needs to go to, you can just do a general inquiry. But if you've got a marketing idea, if you've got a new product suggestion, you've got a question about a product, or we've got some kind of a deeper inquiry as far as the specification or what's needed, if you have a shipping issue, we've tried to cover just about everything here. Back order status, if you've got a credit or billing question, and this goes directly to the individual owner here at Steren that is responsible for these subject areas. And they are immediately notified by email as soon as you record this. So we're going to do a general inquiry right now. and then you can type your message. I want to know when this site is available. And we can put a little question mark there. Wherever the question mark is on this computer. Missing. There it is. Okay. And then we can file the ticket. And you can see right here that you can click to the ticket and check its status. Okay. By just clicking that, brings the status up for the ticket. And if you don't have an account in this system, you can create one. So I already have an account here. So if I put my email address, and I come down here and put my password that I already created. Oh, I'm going to use the .com, that's true. And now I can look at all the tickets that I've already submitted, and I can go up here, and it shows how long they've been clicking and if they have been responded to. We will be assigning a priority to the tickets, so you can come back and see that, and you can see that they're active. No one's closed them, and you do get a response back once we start working with these tickets, including an email acknowledgement that you have put the question or the comment forward. So, and if you want to go back into a ticket, you can bring that up and add additional information. And you can also do attachment so that you can have an attachment so that you can send us pictures. You can send us a word text. You could send us a website that you thought was interesting. We have all of that capability through this system that is pretty cool. So this portal is available, and you can even change your and even you could upload a face picture if you wanted to. It's just very close to like a Facebook-like kind of thing, and it provides a lot of enhanced capability. So this is available, pretty neat. And if you wanted to open up that picture, you can do it right from the downloading. We'll go on. Okay, now we're going to go into the actual portal, and this is we're going to email you both the login and the password. If I typed it right, there it is. And now we're in the portal, and you will see that it is icon driven, so you can look up all this different type of information. If we want to look at past webinars, we click on the webinar tab, and up comes the next webinar information, and then the previous webinars are right here, and you can simply click on those and play those or go through the slides, so that we're making it easy for you to get information from us. You will also notice up here on the top that you can click directly to any of the areas that we offer. So we've got home, help desk, webinars, convention information, marketing materials, and both for video and ads. And you can click on that area, then scroll down, and here they are available for download. So it makes it very easy for us to be able to push out marketing information and advertisers and digital flyers without having it a big problem as far as emailing or distributing, and you can pull them at any time. We've got information on the Pilot Store program, and you can come down and look at that. In fact, you can even come in and look at a store that we've already on an interactive demo. And I think because of the webinar, it's going to probably take too much time, so we'll go on. AT&T information. So for our program and being able to find out what we're doing with the latest, with Cricket will be coming up soon, and then the postpaid phone systems as well. you can check back. So as soon as we have any information, we'll be putting it out on this site. If you want to know about establishing yourself for credit, we have that with Steren, and this is our credit program. So we have the components and what's necessary to use those. We have the online digital catalog available. It's easy to find, and you can pull up by any of these areas, and it pulls up that digital catalog very quick, very easy, and you can start looking at products. So that we already have this over here. This is not intended to be our web-based ordering site. It's simply a reference for the digital catalog. And we'll go back here. And what we've got is, if you want orders, we've also got a click-through, and we have an area here for press releases. And the click-through, if you want to place your order, it simply takes you over to our ordering site, and that puts us over there where you can log in. There are different logins. The login that you already have on the Steren website for ordering product is not going to change. This is going to be a different password and login that we're giving you for the portal. And we will synchronize these at some point in the future, but right now they are different, so we need to be aware of that. And he's going to have some questions when we get to the call to action, but this is our portal, and we're excited to get this. It's going live here on the 23rd. We just have to load some more data into the website, and this is ready to go. So we're pretty excited about it, Craig.
It's awesome, Gary. I am very personally impressed. You guys have made a heck of a lot of progress, Daniel and his team, and it's coming together. I like it. So our next topic we want to touch on is welcoming, or we're going to talk about GoPhone, Gary?
Well, I thought the slide was there. What happened?
All right, well, let's circle back to
I can talk about it. Okay, GoPhone is simple. We have had to change the Z222, which is a basic phone. It's in blue. We put our initial order in. AT&T led us to believe that they still had supply on that phone, and we ordered that phone. They called us yesterday, so you guys are getting late information here as soon as we know it, and told us there were no more Z222, which was a blue basic phone, that it was being replaced by the Z223 phone. Same basic, everything, features are the same, except it's black instead of blue, but it is their current version. But there is a slight price increase per handset, and we're calling anybody that put in the initial orders to let them know that we are having to substitute that and getting your permission before we do it. So we're being open, honest, every step of the way. As soon as AT&T tells us something, we will be out to you. But the GoPhone is now available to almost everybody that's in the Steren network. As long as you get your AT&T form into us, then we can take your order for our next round of product.
And I stop me if I'm wrong, Gary, but I know that the initial order with AT&T has been placed. The phones are in transit to us. We anticipate and expect to be filling those orders next week. As
Correct.
Gary said, we will roll out the program to a broader base of customers. And as we start to understand the lead time and whatnot of, that it takes for them to ship from Atlanta to we're warehousing these in San Diego, then we'll be able to forecast and keep these on hand, and you just order as you normally would everything else.
It is a new supplier for us, and this is the first round, and we're sorry these things take so long, but we're mapping it, so we don't want to have any stumbling going forward. So we're really controlling this one.
Yep, and I think it's no secret that in many sense, in a larger sense, we're a new entity, and especially in the mobile phones, this is new to Steren. So in the old phrase, we're laying the track as we're moving the train, is just the truth. But we are getting better and better every day, and in short order, we will have a track record, and as I say, be able to forecast and keep adequate quantities on hand and make it a smooth proposition. The ordering will be a smooth proposition for the dealers that participate in this program. So, anything else on GoPhone, Gary?
That's all we have right at the moment. Our next webinar, we will be making some future announcements, and we'll actually be taking everybody's order by that point in time. So again, I encourage everyone, if you're not part of this program, want to become part of the program, please get your AT&T form downloaded and signed and back to us.
Yep, and I'd add just one last thing on GoPhone. I mean, it is the entry-level phase 1 thing. You know, nothing too dynamic about it, but I would say that if you're doing GoPhone and you're not buying through Steren, you're paying too much, because if you even sign a basic buy-sell agreement, which has no obligation, you know, non-committal on your part, according to my latest due diligence comparing competitors, you're going to save 5%. So you might as well put that money in your pocket. But on that note, let's switch gears to IDUSOFT, or pardon me. Let me take a second and introduce Jeremy Smith. I've had the chance to hang out with Jeremy on a personal basis, and I always joke, I don't care what everyone says, I still like him anyway. But Jeremy's a good guy. I know that many of you guys know him. He was with Radio Shack, I believe, for 30+ years, worked his way up through the ranks, and I think his last position was related to POS, and I know he worked closely with Alan. So he's going to become our resident expert in this area. And on that note, I will turn it over to Jeremy to discuss the POS system.
Well, thanks a lot. I'm pleased to be here, and I think a lot of you on the phone will recognize me. For the ones that haven't met me yet, well, I look forward to meeting you. I did have 35 years with Radio Shack, with the original Radio Shack, the now defunct corporation that was bought by General Wireless. I'm so glad to be here because it feels like it was when I first started at Radio Shack, and there's just unlimited possibilities. So, you know, I am glad to be here. Some of my responsibilities initially will include merchandising, so the flyer lineups, which I used to produce many years ago for Radio Shack. We'll begin to do that again for you guys. But my main love is IT at the moment, and what we're going to do is we're going to enhance the current IDUSOFT software that you all have. And again, you know, as we did before, we're going to development's going to be driven by dealers' needs. You know, so one of the things that we know you need is the ability to submit orders electronically. Create them on your computer and just transmit them in. So that is actually being beta tested right now. And we put a few orders in yesterday just to test them. They were a couple of issues, like there always are. And we're going to work through those over the next few days. And when I'm satisfied that this is right, then it will be made available to all of you. So it's going to be a two-phase process. The first part will, when you first get it, you'll immediately be able to transmit orders, and you will also gain the ability to partially receive orders. So for those of you that might not know what that means, let's say that the shipments end up coming from two different DCs and arriving on different days, the distribution centers, and arriving on different days. Well, now you can actually receive that first part of the shipment, put it into inventory, and then the rest of it remains basically on back order, and then the second shipment comes in tomorrow, you can receive the other half of the order. And so those two things were, I think, the number 1 and 2 major pain points that we've tried to address immediately. So the second phase, which will come a little bit later, will complete the circle. Your packing list will come to IDUSOFT automatically. So there's a little bit more work to do on that, but you will already have the version of IDUSOFT that will support it. So it's the day we put it into production here, you will begin to receive those. So I don't really know what else to tell you about it, but hopefully you will use the dealer web portal to send me some suggestions for how we can make your lives easier through good point-of-sale software. So thanks for listening. I'll turn it back over now.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeremy. And you know, we encourage you guys to let us know how we can better serve you and improve that program, as Jeremy suggested. So I'm going to switch gears and talk about the topics that are near and dear to my heart, products and helping you guys be profitable. So the slide we have in front of us, I'm very pleased to report that we have had major or taken major strides and made major improvements on getting our core third-party products back in stock. As you can see there on your slide, there's a list of, I think, 16 different brands that are back up to the stocking levels that we need. They're on the shelves ready for immediate shipment. And again, these are just the bread and butter items that we've been selling for years that I know dealers rely on us for. There's a screenshot of a flyer that is available for download right now, and we are going to go ahead and honor these prices. Officially, this summer kickoff sale, the dates are from June 15th through July 15th. But as a bonus for all of you that tune in and pay attention to these webinars, we're going to go ahead and honor these sale prices beginning today. And these will be the things that I'm confident that you order on a regular basis, and you're going to enjoy some significant savings. It ranges from anywhere from 5% up to 20%, but I encourage you to download that flyer and dig in there. I think you're going to find some real gems. And just so you know, we are doing a printed version. This will be mailed in the next week or so, so there'll be a hard copy that you'll be able to peruse as well. However, I would encourage you to download the digital version because the last 4 pages are products that we have overstock, tail ends, what I call opportunity buys, and those are all limited to the stock on hand. So, it's a first come, first served basis. So if that's something you think you might be interested in, by all means, go ahead and download the digital version. So if you'd roll the slide forward, Elias. So one of the topics that I'm excited about, and I think this is going to be the first of many, is that we, Steren and our dealer partners, because of our unique business model, not unique, but because of our business model, being brick and mortar and not online, this is going to open up a lot of unique opportunities that manufacturers don't make available to distributors. And there's many distributors out there. I have the utmost respect for them, but I can tell you the most of the big distributors that we all know, a very, very large percentage of their business, by some accounts as much as 2/3 of their business, is online fulfillment, where the consumer doesn't realize it, but when he goes to Walmart's website or Target's website or whatever, those orders are being filled from these large distributors, the most of them. So because of that, because they have such a large online presence, manufacturers are creating alternative lines of products that they will not allow to be sold online or by anybody that does fulfillment for online stores. So on our screen we have an example of that. Midland has, many of you know, for years and years they've had like their LXT series radios, the entry-level radios, and then their step-up model, the GXT 1000, etc. Great products, but the problem with those is that they're everywhere online. If anybody comes into your store and scans the QR code or the UPC number and looks up on Amazon, they're probably going to find it for not much more than you paid for it. So the advantage of this protected line, this X-Talker line, is that it is strictly and only available to brick and mortar. It is extremely protected. Anybody that has a desire to sell this product must sign an authorized dealer agreement that states they understand there will be no online sales. They also agree that they will abide by MAP pricing, minimum advertised pricing. And really, we should all be thrilled to death that Midland and others are taking this stance and see the value of brick and mortar stores and that are supporting us in this way. So on the screen are a few examples of the radios. There's a total of 8 models in the line. They start from an entry level, I think it has a $24 or $25 retail, up to their top of the line, 38-mile range with all the bells and whistles. So those are available to look at on our website right now. If you just type X-Talker in the search box, they'll all pop up for you. But if you have interest, there's a form you can download at our website, Midland Authorized Dealer Form. That will be required before we can ship you any of this product. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to your sales rep. Without further ado, let's roll to the next slide. So on this slide, we put together a promotion with AT&T on their landline phones. These are the very popular EL series landline telephones. I know for a long time these were a Radio Shack exclusive, but now we're forming a stronger and stronger bond with AT&T, and this is a promotion we ran back at Black Friday, and by popular demand, they've agreed to honor those same prices that we promoted in the fourth quarter. So as you can see, the EL series is a really sharp-looking lineup. It's a nice, elegant design with the big, oversized lighted keypad and the nice big LCD display. There's 3 models: the entry level with the single handset, the 2 handset, and then the 3 handset model. I think it's pretty straightforward what's laid out here on the slide. You can save up to 14% off your normal cost. These prices will be honored through July 15th, but they typically only do this once or twice a year. So if you sell these, good time to stock up and take advantage of the lower pricing. Could you roll the next slide? So this is what I'm showing here is giving you an example of our offering of tools. These would, most of you or many of you may know this as Radio Shack 64 series. But I think it's really interesting, and I've talked to a lot of dealers in the past couple of weeks, and I think one of the feedbacks I got was that when we put out our weekly on-hand Excel files with 1,000 lines, it's kind of a lot to take in. So I'm going to start a new feature, what I'm going to call it just product update, just kind of sharing information with you and breaking it into smaller pieces that hopefully will be easier to digest. But just, I think this is one of our core strengths, and I know it's a staple for a lot of the Radio Shack or former Radio Shack stores. It's just the day in, day out tools, solder, the things that the electronic industry uses, that do-it-yourselfers use. At the present time, in our buildings right now, we have 44 different unique SKUs in this category. I can tell you, I feel 100% confident we have the highest quality and lowest prices. I don't think anybody else comes close to us. And obviously, if you're a Steren dealer or a Steren store, you're going to save even more. But this is a resource that we bring that I think is one of our differentiators, and if you're not already taking advantage of it, you should. The prefix, when you want to look at these, the search, and I should have put this on the slide, but if you'll type in the search box, HER, that's Hotel Echo Romeo dash, that search will bring you up all the SKUs that fall under this category, and like I say, it's 44 different that are on stock, lots of quantity on hand, so by all means check into that, and I think you're going to like what you see. So we'll roll to the next slide. I'm pleased to report, and this was another feedback that we got from dealers that we like your soldering irons, but you don't have near enough selection, particularly on the different types and sizes of solder. So as you can see on this slide, in the Excel file at the bottom, the second column shows status. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what I'm labeling as new arrivals. These are in our building in San Diego, so they're on U.S. soil. They will be palletized and sent out to the DCs here in the next day or so, and be available for ordering no later than Wednesday, June 23rd. But it's just our effort to expand the line and be responsive to your request and the things that you need. But I'm pleased to report the soldering line is expanding. And now my other favorite subject, deals of the week. So in front of you, you have a nice little selection of display and mini display port adapters. I know that we use these all the time during our meetings down at the San Diego headquarters. The 4 on the screen are our best sellers. I think you're all familiar with them. Where applicable, I was able to find the old Radio Shack cross-reference number. But again, I feel with 100% confidence we have the best pricing by a long shot of anybody in the industry. Again, this is one of our core competencies, and I think it's one of the values that we bring to you, as being a partner with our valued dealers. So again, it's pretty straightforward. You can see the descriptions, the images, what the regular price would be, and your promotional price. Just a reminder, the deals of the week are really now the deals of the bi-weekly. Since we've moved the webinars to every 2 weeks bi-weekly, the sale prices will be valid for that 2-week period. So these will expire on June 22nd. So along that same line, the third-party deal of the week, we decided to feature the Marvel licensed toys. There are 4 models that are shown here on the slide. Pretty cool stuff, and I like this a lot. They're well built. I get next to no returns on them in terms of having manufacturing or defect problems. And I think you'll find you can search high and low. I don't believe anybody's selling at the prices that we're offering. And these are 10% off the normal cost. Same old drill that these promotions will expire on June 22nd. And then finally, our deal of the week is a really high quality 6-outlet surge protector. This is the unit that plugs directly into the wall. There's 3 outlets on either side, and the cool feature is that those call them AC panels. The 3 outlets swivel, and of course this comes in very handy when you're plugging this in the wall behind a couch, a TV, a refrigerator, whatever, because you can swivel those AC outlets outward, and it makes it much easier to plug your cables into. As you can see on the picture, it does have 2 USB ports, and it has a nice high 1200 joule rating, so truly a quality piece. Again, not that price is everything, but I just don't see anywhere that you could buy this type of product with these features for $8.78. It's a fantastic deal. Now this one, being a flash deal, is just a 1-day deal. It expires tomorrow, Friday, June 10th at midnight. So this is one that you do need to act on real quickly. And with that, our calls to action. I think you guys know the drill by now. We ask those of you that haven't yet done it to register for the convention. That is scheduled for September 8th through the 10th in Big D, Dallas, Texas. So again, the registration forms are available at the dealer portal or on the website. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas, by all means share those through the portal or call your rep. The second call to action is please take advantage of the deals of the week. We want you guys to be profitable. We're trying to pick things that really, we're not just trying to clear our shelf with stuff that isn't selling. We try to select things that really do sell and that will help you boost your margin. So, by all means, take advantage of those. As Gary mentioned, we're going to open up the AT&T GoPhone program to the larger base of customers, but it does require anybody that wants to purchase phones from us to complete an AT&T dealer form. It's a simple 1-page document, which again can be downloaded from the website or the dealer care portal. And then finally, please mark your calendars for our next webinar, which is 2 weeks from today on June 23rd. Same BAT channel, same BAT time, 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. With that, we'd like to open it up to questions. So what are you seeing, Jen?
Thanks, Craig. First, there's a lot of dealers welcoming Jeremy and saying really great things about him, so we'd just like to welcome him again. And
thank you, everyone.
Everybody's saying nice things.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, as you are to have me, I guess.
Okay.
And the first question is, will this dealer portal allow us to see our account status or balance and make payments for those of us who are on terms?
Well, I can answer that question. That is actually one of the objectives that we're trying to drive through. In the first round, you can contact the credit department through the portal by using that question mark and selecting accounting, and they can email you back, because we have your email address, your account balance and information directly that way. We want to get this ultimately to where you can log in and access your balance due and your invoicing so that it's online. But we're not there yet. We're being forward with that. But we have the next best thing right now is once you start using it, you can click on there and we will get that contact and get back to you immediately as soon as we're available to get that response.
Thanks, Gary. I have a question from Raleigh. It says, how about SanDisk and Apple?
How about?
Yeah, I'll take that one. I mean, obviously, we all love the the big, iconic, well-known brands. The Apple phones, and I got to be careful here because AT&T is real sensitive about making statements, but it is absolutely fully our intent, our belief, and our expectation that in the third phase of the AT&T rollout, which will be the postpaid phones and the full suite of DirecTV and UVerse, et cetera, that Apple products will be a part of that program. Frankly, that's probably, if not our biggest, one of our biggest benefits of teaming up and becoming a Steren store is access to that product. Regarding SanDisk, it's a fine brand. I like it very much. However, we feel we have a really, really strong partnership with Monster and carrying all of their flash memory. It's not to say that at some point in the future we won't also partner with SanDisk, but today we're seeing, last I checked, we're buying what I consider to be an equal quality product, a well-known brand at significantly lower pricing. Obviously, we pass that pricing on to you. So I think I would encourage you to look at Monster. I think your customers will be just fine with it, and your margins will be better.
Thanks. And then also just came in from Kyle Thompson. He's asking about Logitech.
Again, a great brand. Very honestly, we're trying to get this. I always say get the concrete poured and the foundation laid, and get all of our ducks in a row. It's no secret we've had some challenges over the last few months, but it is our intent once we have things functioning well. I mean, like keeping product in stock, shipping timely, shipping correctly, invoicing fully automated, receiving fully automated. Once that's running smoothly and we're switched over to Epicor, we can turn our attention to reaching out to these, for lack of a better word, iconic brands and building relationships. It's absolutely on the table. It's just a process. We got to take care of clean our own house before we start moving on to some of those future goals.
Thanks. And this next one might be something Gary can answer. The dealer saying using the NewTek site for products, and is that how he should be ordering products?
Well, there's two parts to this. We have the NewTek, which is now branded Steren, okay, for ordering on the web. They're still going to support web ordering. We're not taking that away. But there are some significant advantages to using the iDoSoft ordering part of the system because it moves extremely faster. And time is critical in the store. It really is. We understand that. And ordering over the web is HTML, and all that graphic has to download and has to happen, and it takes time over the internet. When you use the iDoSoft web portal, we have pictures, but because everything is loaded locally, each and every time you start a new order, you're able to just absolutely click down with an arrow key or a mouse, and it comes up instantly. And you also have your order history and purchase history for the products displayed right there alongside. So as you go along, you can see how many did I order last year, what was the effective sell, how many did I sell per month. All of that information is right there in front of you on one screen, and all it takes is one click of an arrow, and it's up there in front of you immediately. I think that there's a lot of advantages. when you do ordering in a store to use the iDoSoft portal as opposed to the web, but we're not taking the web away. The web will still stay there.
Just to chime in too, I know one of the things I like when I saw the iDoSoft demo is that it's showing real-time on-hand in-stock quantities. Now, I have to qualify that the real-time is within 30 minutes, so it updates every 30 minutes. But I think that's pretty important because when you see an item and it shows 5 on hand, you have to understand that somebody else could have bought those in the last 10 minutes and it's potentially won't be shipped. And of course we don't want that to happen, and we're getting much better at forecasting and keeping more substantial quantities on hand. But I point this out because there's been a good deal of frustration from dealers that placed an order online where the product said in stock, and when they actually received the order, it wasn't. And more times than not, that's what's happening, is that it was at a really low stock position, maybe 2, but the website doesn't show an actual quantity, it just says on hand or back order. And so to me, that's just yet another advantage of ordering, using automated ordering through iDoSoft.
Ira's brought up that the flash deal is not in the POS, so Gary's going to go ahead and answer that one.
Well, I mean, Craig, you can add on to this, but the flash deals are pretty much a 24-hour deal, and they come up fast. The best way is to call into your into the Steren office, your sales rep, and book that order, or email us with the information, and we will process that order, because if we get that within the time frames, then it's eligible. It's a little difficult to do these flashes and get it updated in our system so that you see that.
I will say that we made sure to have all advertised price, all the pricing that we advertise in the webinar today, be it deal of the week, flash, etc., is, to my knowledge, correct on the website. So, as well as Fishbowl, which gives the new Tech Connect feed. So.
It's just not in POS at this point. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
As far as memory, we sold a lot of the solid-state drives from Verbatim and Toshiba. Have you found a replacement for this product that we can get from Steren?
You know, again, this is a suggestion that's come up from other dealers. You know, full disclosure, full honesty, I have a folder. I must have at least 300 product suggestions, all of them good. But to me, that's another important part of our dealer care portal, is that product suggestion. And I think we need to refine it a little bit, but it serves a couple of purposes. It lets everybody speak their mind and put in their suggestion, but it also lets the product management team, by the way, that's directed straight to product management, who can actually act on these suggestions, but it also lets them see patterns, right? So if I talk to a dealer and he suggests something, and another dealer talks to one of the sales reps and another one talks to Gary, it's just kind of discombobulated. So in order to really establish patterns and see, hey, wait a minute, this is like the 15th person that's asked for this, we really need to drill down and take a hard look at this. That's what we're trying to accomplish. Now, I'm sure that as we start diving into the dealer care portal, we'll find ways to refine it and expand on it. But there's a lot of good suggestions. But right now, it's really kind of unmanageable. There's so many that we're just chasing our tail, and we need to get a structure around it and a process around it to where we can actually evaluate and act on it. And again, that's what I see as a really strong feature on that dealer care portal. The direct answer to that question, solid state is not on the radar right now. Doesn't mean it's not important, doesn't mean we won't do it, but I think for now I'd have to be honest with you and tell you purchase that somewhere else until we can have the bandwidth to take on that.
Thank you. Renee, I received your question about your account statement. I'll have Doreen reach out to you one-on-one for that. Craig, Another question is, what is going on with Arctic Silver?
Great question. So we know you guys need it, and again, to me, it's a perfect fit with our core competencies. I'm happy to report that the wheels are turning on Arctic Silver. The samples have been sent to our Memphis facility for bagging. They have to get them there. They have to size them up, determine which package is correct for them. They have to set it up as a UPC. They have to set up case quantities. There's a whole little process that goes along with it. And the reason I'm saying that, many of you may not know that Arctic Silver does not do any retail packaging. When we receive them, they come in a box with like 1,000 little tubes in there, and we have to, in the past, NewTek used to put them in a header card. We'll have a little better packaging through Steren, but bottom line is the process is in full motion. PM product management is on top of it. The samples are there. The bagging's being set up. My expectation is that we'll be on the shelves. I don't want to overpromise, so I'm going to say no later than end of June, that those will be on the shelves and available to shipment to you guys.
Great, and next, does iDoSoft have an easy way to sort or view sale items?
So I'll handle this one. No. How's that? So I looked at it today, and there's no TFC, temporary franchise cost. There's no TFC field in it, like there might have been in the other software. The second thing is I don't believe that one of the systems here has the ability to push out two different prices. That would be the full price and then the TFC. So we've got a challenge, right? But I'm going to look through that iDoSoft program, and we're going to see if we can't come up with a workaround. And if not, well, this will become like the #1 item on the list of things to get done. So I know there's a manual thing where we can give you 50 items and you can set them all up yourself, but oh my goodness, don't even do it. We'll work on it, and we'll get you a way to see just the items that are on sale, so you don't have to look at all the hundreds of items you don't want to. Okay, so I'll commit to that.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Okay, just a couple of small questions, and then we'll wrap up. There's a question about the flash deal. You have to meet a minimum dollar amount to qualify for the free freight, and that keeps some of them from ordering the products. And if there's any chance of waiving the dollar minimums on the flash deals.
So I'm not clear on the question. So have a different, lower amount required, a dollar amount, and
for the free freight, correct?
Can I ask a question to Jeremy? What is the limit for free freight right now?
Well, yes, it's 500, and that's amongst the lowest in the industry. I mean, frankly, the math on it, it's pretty challenging, even at $500. So I don't think right now it's feasible for us to lower that. But again, I can tell you on average, let's say you order 10 of those flash deals, $88. You can calculate your shipping. Well, on a very small amount, it could be as high as 7 or 8%, but typically shipping costs around 5%. So let's just say you've ordered $100 worth and it costs you $108 to get it there, or $8 to get it there. You're still getting one heck of a deal and still going to have tons of margin to work with.
Okay, and the last question, is the dealer portal active now? I think we know today.
No, the dealer portal is you can type the website in that we put there, but there's no login or password, and we are not responding to any submissions at this point because we're loading the data into the portal. And it will go live. You'll have your passwords and everything, and we'll respond to it on a 24/7 basis starting June 23.
Okay, that wraps up the questions.
All right. Anybody else? Are we all good?
That's Jeremy. I'd just like to shout out to Moon Hong in Elgin, Texas. I love you, Moon.
All right. Hey, we appreciate everybody taking your time to be with us today. As we said in the calls to action, be sure and mark your calendars for 2 weeks from today. I feel like we're turning a corner, and we're excited about the future. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day.
Bye.